how you should prepare your photo shoots. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a professional photographer. You have to do this all the time because it's more professional. Then you can put your ideas together. Your client can put their ideas together as well, and then you can come out with an amazing photo shoot. And this is creative direction as well. And you're gonna have to do that if you wanna be a good photographer. And on top of everything, it's gonna give you confidence. Don't show up at the beginning of a photo shoot without knowing an idea of what you're gonna do, because you're gonna feel lost. The client is gonna notice that and it's not gonna go well. So I'm gonna explain to you every single step you have to follow, and it's super simple. It's just with free apps and free platforms, and you're gonna be able to create an amazing workflow as a photographer. And I'm gonna start with Pinterest. You know I love this platform, so let's go to it. This is my Pinterest profile. This is the pins I created because I like to create content here, all about photography. You can check it out later if you like, but then you go to saved. And this is where I save a lot of boards. Female poses ideas, female portraits, self-portrait photography, yellow photography ideas, male poses. This is gold as a photographer because this is gonna give you so much creativity and you're gonna be able to feel super inspired. So you're gonna go there, it's free. So if you don't have an account, do it because you don't have to pay anything and you can create as many boards as you like. About posing, about makeup, about outfits, whatever you like is there. So this is the first step. So here I already did the board for my next photo shoot, which is this one. Why you see all these pictures here? Mostly because the client I have coming up is a yoga teacher. So she really needs pictures in nature and with yoga poses. So I collected a lot of ideas from yoga poses, like this one, for example, to also other kind of ideas in nature, like this one, let's say, because it's very earthy and I really like. So this way you can collect a lot of photography ideas. It can be for location, to have inspiration for locations. It can be for poses. It can be for outfits, maybe for the color palette. So what you're gonna do is create a board in Pinterest. I'm not gonna explain that because it's super easy. You just have to log in Pinterest and then you can start creating boards. And you can title it and then start to collect ideas there. And I think it's great because this way you're gonna be able to put all your ideas there, because you're gonna have to be a creative director as well when you are a photographer, and put your vision over there. And then you can show that to your client, and the client is gonna maybe add some ideas. So you can mix up everything and have an amazing mood board. So this goes with Pinterest. This is the main source of imagery you can have for ideas for your photo shoots, from locations to poses to everything I mentioned before. And then the next step, I would go to a platform I really love, which is called MILANOTE. This is my board. There is a free version, so don't worry about a paid version. It's limited the space of things you can create, but to be fair, when you create a mood board for a photo shoot, you can export it in PDF and then remove it from here. So then you free the space and you can keep going. Sometimes it's nice to pay because you don't have to worry about this, about the space or anything. So I'm gonna put the link below for the free version. You can go through that link and check it out by yourself, and it's free. So this is very good. And then I'm gonna explain to you here how I do it. I have YouTube videos and client work. I can put as many boards as I like. I'm gonna go to client work. This is a couple of photo shoots I have here. And I'm gonna create a new board for this client. I'm gonna title it, Leah is the name of my client, Leah photo shoot. And then you can change the icon here as well if you like, but I'm not gonna go into that. Double click, and you have templates to choose from, which is gonna make your life way easier. You can put mood board, and you have already a mood board here for your inspiration. You can create color palettes, imagery, typo, fonts, illustrations. You can do a lot of stuff here, but I like to start from zero. So I'm gonna put empty board. That's it. And this is totally empty and customizable. You have everything here, all the tools. So what you can do is add images here you saved from Pinterest. So let's go to Pinterest. I'm gonna put you an example. You open it, you press here, download image. I'm gonna download more as well. For example, this one, download image. I'm just doing it roughly because then you can always do a folder and be more organized. And then this pose I really like. Download image. So we have three. Let's come back to MILANOTE, add image. So what you can do here is upload your own, upload an image, and you select the ones you downloaded, which are these 3. Open. And you just have to drag the mood board here. This one as well, and this one. So this is a bit of inspiration already. I'm gonna make them smaller. This is super nice, guys. I think this is super fun to play with. Visually super appealing, and it's gonna help you a lot for your creativity. So let's put here, for example, let's go back. Let's put a note here. Mood board. And you can put here the images. That's great. So then another thing, a part of the pictures and the ideas for the pictures, you really have to research locations. If you follow my channel, you know that I love to improvise my photo shoots. But what I mean with that is that I like to choose a location and prepare everything like I'm doing now, but then I improvise in the location because I always find inspiration in buildings, in streets, in textures, in nature. So I love to improvise, but I always prepare all of this beforehand. I don't go just with my camera and start to think I'm gonna have all the great ideas in the world. But it's very good to research locations in your town, your city, or wherever you live. So in this occasion, I really like a location I know in London. I'm gonna show you. So you would go here to Google and I would put Sandonstan in the East Church Garden. This is an amazing location and you will see why. Images, and this is the location I've chosen for this photo shoot. I think it looks incredible. So for this, it's very good as well to show to the client. So I would save the image, save, and then you come back to MILANOTE and you can put here location. And you will add the images. This is such a great way to look professional with your clients as well, because they can see you are super organized. So put it here and put it there. This is the location. So once you have here, I mean, I'm not gonna be very extensive with this. I definitely would make the mood board way prettier because I love visuals and I like everything looking amazing for my clients and for myself as well, because otherwise I'm not gonna feel inspired at all. So once you have the poses, the ideas for the location, all of that, you can present it to the client and they're gonna see you are more professional. They're gonna feel more confident because they know where they are going. They know they have reference pictures for posing, and you're gonna feel way more confident. Even if you feel stuck in the photo shoot, you can come back on your phone because MILANOTE is in your phone as well. You have a free app and you can come back to your board and you can check with your client the ideas you were looking for before and feel more inspired if you feel stuck in that moment. You can always come back to it in your phone during the photo shoot. So I think this is gonna help you a lot. And the other thing, which is super important, for me it is because I have awful problems on my back, like very, very bad surgery problems. I always take too much gear to my photo shoots and the weight on my back is crazy. And I'm always up and down and it's very heavy and I'm always like going down, going up, and it's a lot of exercise when you are shooting. If you shoot, you know what I mean with this. So what I do now is to select the right gear for the photo shoots. So you're gonna have to choose wisely your gear. If you're gonna shoot in low light, why would you take a lens which doesn't perform well in low light? So what I would do as well in this board is to put my gear just for my references. So I would go here and again, I can put a note here and I can put gear for the day. And I can put Canon 5D Mark IV, obviously, my 35mm from Sigma f1.4, my 105mm from Sigma, which is my favorite one, f1.4, and then I'm gonna take my Canon lens, 50mm, Canon f1.8, and this is already super organized. And as an extra, what you can do as well is a to-do list. And as a beginner, this is gonna help you a lot because there is a lot of things you have to do before a photo shoot. So maybe in the mood board you put research ideas on Pinterest. Second, contact the client to share the mood board to see what that person wants for the photo shoot and check the ideas. And then third, for example, charge batteries. Charge both batteries of my camera. Fourth, collect my lens which was broken in the shop. I don't know, there is so many little things and you don't want to forget anything the day of your photo shoot. And this is a mistake I did a few times. I mean, I always shoot handheld, but sometimes I went to shoot in low light conditions and I forgot my tripod. So you don't want to forget these tiny things. So in the to-do list, you would just put here, collect ideas for client in Pinterest. Share ideas with client. For example, research, location, and so on. So here is gonna be everything super clear. You're gonna have everything in the same place, everything you have to do, your ideas, your inspiration, and then a super cool thing you have to do as well is share it with the client. You can share this mood board with the client. So you go here, share, you can put the client's email here and send the invite. So when you send the invite, that client is gonna receive this mood board for free. They don't need to download anything because it's a free platform, but you can have it as well in the phone as I mentioned before. And they're gonna see how bloody organized you are, how professional you are, and visually it's super appealing. And for your references, you're gonna be able to see everything you have to do before the photo shoot and during the photo shoot. Then there is another ways you can do it as well, because in MILANOTE you can add links. So you don't wanna put the images, even though I think it's very visually appealing to put the images, you can add the link. I'll show you quickly. If you don't wanna add all the images, or you just wanna add 3 like I did, and then the rest as a reference, you can drag here as a link. You go to Pinterest, you select the board, and you copy the link, you come back to MILANOTE, and you paste it here. So this is even better now, because when you click here, it goes to the board you created for the client. So this is such a great way to organize all your photo shoots, and you definitely have to do that if you are a beginner, because it's gonna make you a better photographer, more creative, it's gonna help your client, and you're gonna feel more confident. And this is crucial if you wanna look professional with your clients. So I think that's it for today. If you really like the video, please like it and subscribe if you didn't yet. And I will see you in the next one, probably next week. Ciao, big love.